Hi, welcome back to Small Talk Queens, episode 80. I'm Megan.
And I'm Joe.
This is Joe. We have Joe tonight. This is my husband, Joe, for any of you that don't know us or haven't
Special guest host.
seen his pop-in appearances or whatever. We have a special guest tonight, a fill-in. It was this, or we didn't do a show this week. So we decided we're about to have, supposedly we're about to have a bad storm, and
Hopefully not as bad as the last one.
somebody couldn't make it. So I'm trying not to have high hostilities.
Wuss.
So Joe agreed. To stand in. So we might have like a hella storm here in a minute. I don't know. Last week, and I'm not really in the mood for a bad storm because we had one last week, which knocked out our fucking power.
For over 24 hours.
It was so it happened
Pretty bad.
Thursday at some point.
Yeah, Thursday.
And then we couldn't fucking sleep. Oh, hang on a minute. We'll have my beer.
Right before dinner.
Have a beer because
Small Talk Queen alcohol version.
It's Small Talk Queen nightly alcohol version because we're doing it at night. I'm gonna have a drink.
Small Talk Queen after
cheers,
dark.
Cheers, Small Talk Queen talk after dark. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
And it's tasty. This is from Vermont. And yes, you're supposed to drink it. Yes, George. George loves it. I say, yeah. I never noticed. I'm like, yes. I don't. Anyway, You drink this out of the can. It is out of the can. It's from The Alchemist in Vermont. They like award-winning beer. Anyway, so we lost power last Thursday, which made for a hostile evening. Thursday night, like no sleep because it was fucking hot in our room. The bed jet, no ceiling fan, like no nothing. I couldn't move the bed up and down because we have like the temperature.
Right, yeah, it's on electric, so it's stuck.
It fucking sucked, which led us into Friday, and then we had to skedaddle over to Kelly's house to charge our phones and have some coffee. Wait, let me back up. We woke up at like 5 a.m. What woke us? There was major hostility.
There was a beep. There was beeping sounds.
Right, so
from our various
so I had turned
detectors.
right. So when the house alarm was making a beeping sound the day before, but I managed to adjust the volume so we couldn't hear it anymore.
Yes. Yeah.
Wake up to 5 o'clock in the morning with the fucking why is it the fire alarms? Why does it always happen in the middle of the night or in the morning? Why doesn't the battery go at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
It's a fair question.
I mean, have you ever had one go off and make that noise for the battery when it's an appropriate time?
No, never.
No, never. Fucking never. So 5 a.m, beep. Beep. Every fucking 10 seconds there's a beep.
Yeah.
So you got out of bed.
I did.
And took down the fire alarm in the hallway. There's a pause.
Long silence at that point. Yeah.
We thought we got it because there's an abnormally long silence.
There was, yeah.
Then as we settle back down and it had cooled off. Also, it finally cooled off like at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So I could actually like put the sheet back on and like have a peaceful rest. So we're at that point. Alarm comes down. Not even a minute later, but like it was a long pause though. Fucking beep.
Different alarm goes off.
So you're standing in the hallway, like you don't know where the fuck it's coming from. I mean, it sounds like it's like the whole house beeping. So you came downstairs
and unplugged the one in the man room.
Out in the it's a green room, office, man room. It has lots of names.
Yeah.
And came back upstairs, laid the fuck down.
Yep.
Beep.
The carbon monoxide detector now.
Beep.
The battery had died.
It's like
the battery backup had died. So
and we're
no power.
No power, right? So we're
now
both.
That's done. So now I'm up.
Now we're up. I mean, then there was you were very hostile. Like,
I was quite hostile. Yeah.
You just you're like I'm up. I'm fucking up. I'm done. Mm-hmm. I'm done. So you were up, and then I was like, well,
run to Dunkin' for the coffee at that point.
Right. So I'm like, okay, I'll get fucking dressed. Ran to Dunkin'. Oh, I hear a little rumble of thunder. Nope. The dark clouds went past it. Anyway, went and got a coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, which the rest of our fucking neighborhood was there. I try not to tell people where we live, but just in case. I try not to say those things.
Oh, okay.
Serial killers and haters. Anyway, so I always yell at Kelly when she does this. Anyway, so we get our coffee and we go to the nearby grocery store parking lot where we sit quietly, 5:30 in the morning, sipping our coffee, charging our phones, listening to the radio, the morning radio show. Half an hour into this,
watching everyone come out with their bags
Yes.
and bags of ice and water.
Great people watching because like the entire our area had like 300,000 people without power.
Yeah.
So we're watching all of our neighborhood running into the grocery store with one guy like 10 jugs of water.
He had a lot of water.
And then he went back
his place.
and came out with a
then he
cart
got
full
the
of ice.
Yeah.
Cart full of ice. Anyway.
The bags and the ice. It was fascinating to watch. Yeah.
It was fascinating to watch. So then we had fucking more hostility
Car alarm goes off.
because the car 2 cars down to us that was parked. I think it's probably an employee because nobody was in and out of that car all over there. So probably an employee.
Yeah, probably.
The car alarm is going off.
It just starts beeping.
I mean,
and beeping
just
and beeping.
and that noise is fucking relentless.
Oh yeah, it's like nails on a chalkboard.
So we where did we go? We left. We drove around. What did we do?
We went to Tommy's house to drop off the stuff.
Oh, we went to have an errand to run. Right. Okay, so we ran an errand. Then we came back to the parking lot to sit for a little while longer.
Parked further away.
At the opposite end of the parking
everybody.
lot where we had been.
Where there were no cars at all.
Fucking car alarm.
It starts to go off.
Jesus Christ. Fuck it. And at that point, I think that's when I texted. We came home. I don't even know what we came home. It was too early to go to Kelly's, I think. I don't even know. So at some point, like we have enough of a phone charge. We came home and I think we came home.
In the car.
Right. We got showered and got ourselves ready for the day. I think it was. Went to Kelly's. Charged our phones.
Up to 100,
charged up whatever we needed up to 100%. And then we're like, fuck it. We're going out. So we went out for some
Well, you called first. You called
day drinking.
You called Pinocchio's to make sure
I
they were
called the
open.
place to make sure they had a special beer on tap.
Because there were some places that didn't have power. Shopping center over here,
Right.
Acme was the only store that had power.
Like most places around here did not have power. So that was last Thursday. Today we're filming this on Thursday. We're recording this on Thursday. So
just like Letterman.
some places just got power back yesterday. I mean,
Yes.
they've been out.
They've been out
So
for a
this was
while, I
also
imagine.
a good call to have a generator instead of radiator. A generator, which we're thinking about. But so that takes us to the next part, which was I'm sure a lot of other people have a lot of shit in the freezer that you buy more shit and put it in the freezer and then you forget about the stuff that goes to the bottom. So we're on this mission to okay, we're going to finish up. We're going to eat the stuff out of the freezer instead of buying new meat and fish every week. Which is, let's take some stuff. Let's make some room in the freezer. So Tuesday, Joe brought up a turkey. We're going to thaw a turkey.
One of those
we're gonna,
free ones.
We're going to cook
the
right.
points and
We
stuff.
earned the free turkey.
Ones with the
Free,
points.
right? We spent enough money. We got a free turkey. Turkey is sitting in a pan with paper towels in the refrigerator, thawing from Tuesday. Figured out the poundage, 24 hours for whatever, however many pounds, whatever. And we lose power. So we were frantic. I thought we're losing all of our. Is everything online? Everything on the internet will tell you. And I know people, I'm sure, totally butt heads on this. Kelly would have thrown everything away.
Most definitely.
Everything on the internet said after 4 to 6 hours, throw it away. We keep our refrigerator usually, and I think when I got the turkey out, that's what knocked it down the other day. But we keep it on the coldest setting because the stuff in the back of the refrigerator will sometimes freeze, or if I stack like a cottage cheese and have another cottage cheese, the other one will freeze on top. But we keep it at the coldest setting, which I think saved us in this case. We didn't open the fridge, we kept it shut, and we went out on Friday, had ourselves there was a beer on tap from Maine Brewing.
Maine Dinner.
It was called Maine Dinner. Usually we can get, it's called Maine. So Maine Brewing is the name, is from the state of Maine. Maine Brewing is a brewery.
Yes.
And a local bar that we enjoy going to here always has Maine lunch on tap. Mm-hmm. Maine dinner is rare. We don't really get it here ever.
Never had it before.
Never had it before.
First
Okay.
time.
So we go. It was delicious. So we go out, and it's one pour per person. They have one keg or one sixtel, which is a small keg.
I think they got a sixtel.
A sixtel, which is it's a small. I have to tell you about my burn. We'll get back to that. Don't let me forget to talk about the burn. So we go out. We had the beer. The beer went on tap. We ordered it from we were sat. So the restaurant. It's a restaurant. It's like a pizza place, restaurant type place, but they have a beer garden.
Yeah, bottle shop. Yep.
So the bottle shop, you can order beer and drink beer in the bottle shop,
right,
which is also
draft. They have beer on draft there
their
as
beer garden. But yeah, there's beer on draft there. You can get a drink. You can stand there. There were guys. There's one tall keg with stools around it. And there's a group of guys having a pizza and having drinks
like a wooden
there.
barrel. Yeah.
Right, but I mean the place it's no bigger than the porch that we're sitting on.
Probably not. No.
So, but you can only have one pour. So there's nobody in the restaurant, and so the waitress was very nice, and we've ordered and we've had our drink and whatever, and she asked if we need anything else, and we're like, well, could you order us another beer and just say it's for another table? No, I'm sorry, they're really particular about it. We can't do that.
Stuffy
okay,
with their rules.
right? Fucking rules. So, sorry, excuse me. The carbonation in the beer makes me burp. Hopefully, I can keep them all quiet.
Small talk queens after dark.
Right, small talk queens after dark. You don't know what you're in for a fucking treat if you watch to the end too. By the way,
oh yeah,
Kelly's missing it tonight. Treat at the end. Anyway, oh, I forgot to say, if you're new, lots of swears. Maybe not as many today because Kelly, you don't really have the mouth that Kelly has. So,
it's like a truck driver with a flat tire.
Right. So, I mean, I have the mouth too, but it probably is probably more me than Kelly. But anyway, I forgot to give the disclosure that 10 minutes and 46 seconds in, if you don't like the word fuck or the occasional Jesus Christ or God damn it or a combination of all those together or motherfucker or something, turn us off now. Just go away. Thank you for tuning in. Anyway, where was I? Beer. All right. So the waitress was like, no. So we pay the bill. We leave and go next door to the beer garden because the beer garden doesn't know that we were having lunch next door.
Just walked in.
And just had a beer. So
we just came in off the street, right? Sir.
We each order a beer. We each order a beer. We just gotten our beers. And the fucking waitress walks in and walks right up to us.
Yep.
Joe had forgotten his phone in the booth because the tables were black and your phone case is black. So sitting down, he blended in.
And I thought that as I put it down one time, I thought, well, it's very dark here. I better remember to take my phone. And then boom, I forgot my phone. In my zeal to get be dodgy and get additional
we
beer.
were being dodgy, yes. And we got
she
it.
Caught us, but she didn't say a word.
She didn't say a word. She smiled.
She's a good soul.
I mean, she just walked up. She said, "You forgot this." It was very like kept moving.
Yep.
It was very nice. Anyway, so we left there and went to another place that we'd like to go to. And
do we call the places out or no? You don't do that.
I don't usually. Okay. I just
a place with alcohol.
A place with a really good beer list. And sometimes I say it, sometimes I don't, but not usually locally because I don't need people knowing where I'm at. So we walk in, and the fucking waitress, she recognizes us.
We're like Norm.
She's a lovely person. Oh, right. I don't know if I forgot. Oh, we did last week. I mentioned about Norm dying. I did it last week. Anyway, and she's like, "Hey, how are you guys?" Right? So she's chatting. She's like, "Well, I don't usually see you in here this early, like 3 in the afternoon, right? We're not usually out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but with no power, like what the fuck else are we gonna do? Sit here in the heat and drink? No." So anyway, we had a lovely time.
At the Iron Hill across the street. I can say Iron Hill because they're everywhere, so nobody knows where we are.
Yes.
And then go to this place. It's on the other side.
Yes.
That's distinguishable by his name that we won't mention.
We won't mention. So we came home from that, and
you noticed on your phone that you got a notification from our
as
security
our Uber,
system.
as our Uber was pulling
then we knew
up,
the power was back.
Uber was pulling up to the house, and I got a notification that from Pico, our power company, electricity is back on, and I was like, yes. So we come in. And, of course, at that point, I called my parents to see what they would say, which I kind of knew what they would say about the stuff in the fridge. Because at this point, I'm fucking hostile that we have thawed this fucking turkey. And do you know you cannot get a fucking turkey year-round? Because we looked it up.
And we just looked it up.
You can get a whole chicken. You cannot get a whole turkey. Except for, apparently, at the Thanksgiving and Christmas time.
The turkey breast, but not the full.
Maybe Easter.
Not the
I don't know. I've never looked at the check at Easter next year.
Yeah, that's usually
maybe
a ham
Easter.
event. But,
usually it's a ham event.
Perhaps.
Right? I don't know. So... Of course, my parents were like, it's fine. Everything in there is fine. You've kept it shut. It's fine. And sure, we reached in. We touched everything. Everything was cold to the touch.
It was.
I sniffed the cottage cheese. It was fine. I mean, everything was cold to the touch. There wasn't even like any perspiration inside. Like, everything was fine. Everything was still very cold. Freezer, ice cubes, everything was frozen cold. Everything was fine. We went to the basement. Now, mind you, we'd had a bad storm Thursday night. So we go to the basement to get beers and check the freezers. Freezer's fine, except for the one thing a hot dog's thawed, which was very strange. But there's water on the floor. It's like, fuck, this freezer thawed. Everything was frozen except for a thing of fucking hot dogs. I don't even know why we have hot dogs down there. Hot dogs. Why do we have hot dogs?
They might be venison hot dogs.
Oh, for my friend. He hunts and right. I'm like, what the fuck? I forgot to put this on Do Not Disturb. I really fucking hope this does not, if anybody calls me, it's going to knock us out of here.
Oh.
Fuck. I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. Fuck. Shit, sorry guys, if it goes out, sorry, fuck. Anyway, let's keep going, I guess. Get in what we can.
Power through, go fast.
Right, fuckity fuck. I knew I was forgetting something. It's because I was thrown off because somebody fucking canceled. Anyway, everything was fine.
Begin on time, end early. That's why I say it works.
Right? So Saturday, we have to cook the turkey. I bought a turkey roaster because I didn't want to have to run the oven and heat up the house for 4 hours.
Fantastic.
Bought
device.
a turkey roaster. Really cool, right? It holds up to a 24-pound turkey.
I'm not sure
In case we ever have a giant one.
Because this filled
It filled it widthwise, but lengthwise.
And this was 16 pounds.
Or maybe they long. I don't even know. I don't know.
I don't know.
That turkey lasts us all week. We had to throw away
24
some
pounds,
tonight
I'm not
because
sure
it was
how
just
it's getting in
we've
there,
had
but
it all
okay.
week, right?
Not that we ever need it.
But fighting
Yeah,
with the
large.
turkey and fucking burn the hell out of my arm. I put it. I rested by accident. I rested it on the
whole device
turkey
gets hot.
roaster. The whole
Yeah,
right.
Even
so,
the outside of it, everything is
right. And this is actually
hot.
this is getting much better. Good. So Manuka honey. Those of you that did not know about Manuka honey.
Shameless
This
plug.
is my new tube of it that I just got from Amazon the other day. It comes from bees in New Zealand. It's New Zealand honey. This actually comes from Nashville, Tennessee, but it comes from bees in
Are there
what did I say?
bees from New Zealand in Nashville?
New Zealand. I don't know. But Kelly's
industry
friend
question.
from New Zealand is the one that told her about this originally. And I have a tube from Kelly, so I hunted her because it fucking burned like a mother after I did it. And then I went and got the honey. I've been putting it on all week.
Linda Blair and The Exorcist. It burned.
It burns, and it's actually it's much better. It's a little tender right now. I haven't had honey on it all day though, but I mean, get yourselves the Manuka honey. Do it.
I know it's fun to say.
It is fun to say. We have to move along. I really hope that this doesn't kick us out because it'll really. If anybody calls me, it's gonna fucking kick it. And there's only one person that's gonna terrorize my phone, and you know he's gonna call. I told him not to. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna save the news shows for another time, just because, for the sake of time.
I'm just following your lead. I really didn't
Well,
have
you
time.
also
I didn't
know-
have time to prepare. I was
You do not, but you also.
pressed into service like this. The second picture in a double
All
header.
right, hurry up, change your shirt. We're going
Yeah,
on.
Gotta go.
So a few things. I have we have some new British shows we've been watching. So I have some new vocab I learned this week, but I'll save that for next week with Kelly. So a few wild things that happened this week. So yesterday, the lifeguard. You heard about the lifeguard in New Jersey.
They were impaled by an umbrella. No, it was their own.
It was their
umbrella
own umbrella
on the
Yeah.
lifeguard stand.
It like something
got
and
loose
some.
and came through them.
When I first heard about it yesterday, we were at Kelly's. I'm like, some fucker didn't put their fucking umbrella in right, and it fucking hurt somebody.
Right. Yeah.
It was the. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing because
Asbury
I was.
Park, right?
I had the rage. Yeah, Asbury Park. Yes, I had the rage because I thought it was somebody else.
Bruce can write a song about it.
It was the lifeguard's own umbrella that impaled. So it went through her arm here and out her back. They had to saw off the fucking umbrella
get her in the
to put her in the fucking. I can't. And then of course the news people were like, be sure to properly put your umbrella in so this doesn't happen. Flying, whatever.
Or you just don't go to the beach.
Or you just don't go to the beach because we're done with the beach. I think Kelly discussed that the one time after because I told her I had the rage the one time about how you and I had to like donkey down with all of our shit,
Like a pack mule to the beach.
right?
I mean, why?
And
Why?
sitting there in a
Why?
fucking heat. Remember that girl was doing some weird like photo shoot in her bathing suit, and somebody else was doing gymnastics.
The one girl took her top
The
off.
one
remember?
lady took her
That
whole
was
she
something.
had a one piece. She took her
Yeah.
bathing suit off
Yeah.
while her husband held up a towel, and the whole family
yeah.
was right there
Everybody
with
could
her.
see.
I mean, like, it wasn't like the towel was wrapped around her,
No.
but there was a lot to watch. But in the heat, in our tent, our tent thing had
Our
broken,
tent malfunctioned.
so it only came off the sand, like enough to fucking crawl under, and then sit
Yeah.
there, and it like rested on her head, and we sat there scowling at each other, and I was like, I don't ever have to do this again, and you agreed.
Right.
But a resort is different because you just fucking walk yourself out. They
Right.
have the chairs. Some asshole comes around with a fucking drink menu,
And
takes
the
your
food,
drinks,
yeah.
food if you want, right? The beach is right there. You have a little table, maybe an umbrella. You're not bringing anything but like your
Or a pool,
fucking
better yet. You don't even
key
have
to
to
your
go into
room, right?
worry about
Right.
Jaws coming to get you. Just get in the pool. Beautiful.
So I do have a couple fucked up things. Besides that, in our fucking weird news, speaking of the ocean, manatees. Do you know how they float and sink in the water? I announced this earlier. I don't know if you were listening to me.
I'm not familiar with it.
By farting.
Oh, they pass gas.
Rise up. Don't fart. Go down. Back up. Go back down. Fascinating.
Do they breathe oxygen or are they
Manatees.
a mammal?
I think that they're mammals, yes.
Okay, so they have to pass enough gas to get themselves up so they can breathe.
I guess so, yeah. I'm gonna have to dive into this a little bit deeper because I'm fascinated. I keep fiddling with this because all my bras are in the wash because, I'm sweating through them with the fucking heat wave we had. TMI, I know. So put all the bras in the wash and then go to fucking put a bra on. And all I had was a strapless. So I put a strapless one on with a strapless shirt, and all they do is make me look fucking wider than I am. And it's digging into my back. The fucking rubber gripper. I can't. I don't know who the fuck. The strapless bras, and this is where, if Kelly were here, we could discuss it a little bit better because you don't really know what the strapless bra. Other than, can you pull it up in the back? Can you pull it up in the back? And I've been bitching about it for 2 hours.
Pull it down, wife.
Bitching about it for 2 hours. I don't know who the fuck came up with these. And I think only either small busted women and or thin women can really fucking wear these because, and also like I'm very broad shouldered and broad backed, and that just makes me, I look like a linebacker. I can't. So I fucking quick find a cardigan that matched, and here we are. And anyway, okay, Shazam. So I saw this last night when I was, because you fall asleep right away, but I have to play solitaire for a little while on my phone or whatever. So while I'm on my phone playing
5 a.m.
around,
wake up call, do that too. Right?
There's a private Scottish island with a ruined castle for sale. Did you see this?
I did not see it. How much they want?
A mere $7.5 million. You get the whole fucking island.
The bargain.
Right? The castle's gorgeous, but it's ruined, so I don't really know where you're going to live or what kind of upkeep that needs.
Although there's some trickery to that, though. I mean, does it have natural water?
Well, no, I didn't. So the problem is I saw it, I forget it was Facebook or Instagram, but I didn't want to click on it for more information because sometimes it gets loud. Like I usually have the volume off, but sometimes it'll get, even though it's like, it comes on, it's loud and it disturbs you. So I didn't click on anything. I just read the headline, which was that it was for sale. And it's, if I'm pronouncing this correctly, I don't know. Shuna Island. Shuna. Shuna Island. Shuna Island.
So not like Clare Island over in Ireland.
No.
But if it doesn't have natural water, that's a big problem.
That's a problem. I mean, then you're boiling salt water, or the salt water.
One of the major reasons why Alcatraz
Can you boil salt water and make it? I always thought it was potable, and then someone told me it's potable.
I have no idea.
Drinkable. Potable. Is potable? Potable? I thought it was potable, not someone told me it was potable, so who the fuck knows?
I don't know if you can.
And normally you're in the other room with your phone. I can holler out to you to look it up, but that's okay. Don't get your phone.
I have no idea. My
I know,
phone's elsewhere.
I know, right? It's all right.
I came to entertain. So
you came to entertain, right? Oh, wait. So speaking of entertaining, I have to show Gladys and Gertrude lean over. They're in their summer bathing suit bikini. They had to fight to get these fucking tops to stay in place. Anyway, I put them in. So the heat wave, I figured they'd be in their little bathing suits this week. So you see it? There they go. Gladys and Gertrude in their festive summer wear. Anyway, the yellow polka dot bikini. Oh, that song in my head, but I can't remember the words. Anyway, the other fascinating tidbit, I have to burp, sorry. Sorry. I'm trying to be fucking polite about it, but look.
That's professional.
Right? That was very professional of me. I mean, I really kept it quiet as much as I could. So, I was talking to you about this yesterday when we were in the pool, and there were a lot of bees, and they're these they're called Africanized honeybees, a.k.a. killer bees.
So you're not getting honey from them.
Well, they are a honeybee, but they're so
But
they're very defensive. Their defense mechanism is to be defensive of their queen and of their honey or whatever their hive. So they're spreading across the U.S. I believe it said that they were in 13 states and spreading. And so in the last month alone, a man died while he was mowing, got stung. 3 people were taken to the hospital after some tree trimmers disturbed a colony. Hikers had to run a mile to get away from the bees. So it's not just like a bee will follow you. Like the whole
swarm.
fucking colony, the swarm. They will swarm at you.
Fascinating.
I remember reading once, after watching the movie My Girl, which was very disturbing. I think of that every time that I see a bee. If you go underwater, it'll like. Was that it? Or if you take your shirt off, if you're running from them, like take off your shirt and throw it on the ground, and they'll swarm to the shirt supposedly. Let's hope I never have to try this. I don't know.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of nature, so that probably is not.
Right. Well, you've never been stung by a bee either, so this worries me because who knows what could happen.
Because I subscribe to the Gene Simmons theory on nature, and nature is to be feared. No reason to go out in nature.
We're not really outside a whole lot.
No reason to hike.
Yeah. Well, also, so there were also
nothing
good happens. Some people enjoy it, but that's not us.
No.
Also, they swarmed a bunch of horses. Also, they will follow you for up to a fucking mile. Even a car, they'll follow. If you jump in the car, they'll follow the car for like a mile.
Wow.
Like they're relentless.
How fast do they fly?
I don't know. I didn't get that much. Again, I didn't click. I just read the most of the article, but I didn't want to click on it because ads pop up and shit, and then it makes noise.
What making noise?
So it's like the defense mechanism to like like they'll just like fucking swarm and kill you. So now I have something else. In case I was already like not a big fan of like nature and being outside.
Yeah.
Now I can think about that.
There you go.
It's fucking great.
They're not
right?
in Pennsylvania though, as far as we know.
I don't know what states they're in. I'm gonna have to look. I don't know that they're in Pennsylvania. They could be. I don't know. We're 25 minutes. We're not gonna do a full whatever this week. First of all, because obviously you weren't planning on doing this, so you didn't come prepared.
I'm
We have
just
no
following your
notes from
lead,
Kelly.
wife.
And I had sent her. So there was a watermelon drink.
Regale the folks with stories if you want. If you want to let me unleash my stories. Probably
I
not.
have to approve them first, so I don't know. There was a festive summer watermelon. I don't like watermelon. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the taste of it. I like the color of it. It's beautiful.
I really enjoy watermelon.
You enjoy it. It was a watermelon drink, and I sent Kelly the pictures and the recipes because usually then she'll look at her phone and she'll show it.
Was this an alcohol watermelon drink? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you garnish it. It's beautiful.
What's
and then
the alcohol you put in it?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I was screenshotting it. There's only like 3 or 4 ingredients, so it's not probably like watermelon ice and vodka. I don't remember. Not watermelon. Maybe there is watermelon. Yes, I think do you puree the watermelon? I forget. I sent her screenshots of so I was gonna also post them on Facebook. I'm gonna talk about it here, but I don't remember. I know that you're supposed to put like a little jalapeno slice on top because the green and the pink and whatever. I like a little jalapeno. Oh, speaking of vegetables in drinks, when we were out last week, we went to happy hour. We were out for a friend's birthday, and we went to a little happy hour before the dinner. The dinner was excellent. It was fucking excellent. And they had a cucumber martini, and I was curious. And I'm not a mixed drink person. I don't like mixed drinks typically. Like the occasional strawberry daiquiri or pina colada or something like that. If I'm out, like if I'm like away, like vacationing or something. But otherwise, I'm not like I'm a wine, beer, martini. Pretty straightforward. The most mixed drink I usually have is like a espresso martini. If you even count that. But like otherwise, I'm not doing like rum and coke. I'm not like a mix anyway. But the cucumber martini was actually very good.
Oh, good.
It also chapped my ass because it was cheap for happy hour, but then I got the smallest fucking martini glass you ever saw in your life.
It was like a thimble, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I was like, no wonder it's only fucking $6. It's a fucking half a martini. It chapped my ass completely. Look,
great place though. I go back there again.
Yeah, it was a cool place. The food was good. Well, anyway. Let me think.
Keep thinking.
So we're coming up on a half hour. There's going to be a short episode this week. So, before you open that, so I've been talking about how I wanted to shotgun a beer. So I decided that tonight would be the night because it's a Thursday night.
It's an after dark episode.
It's an after dark episode. So typically the evening ones. I think all the evening ones we've ever had, almost all the evening ones we've ever had, I had drinks for them. So I was going to shotgun the beer tonight, and of course Kelly would be appalled. But so I Googled how to do it, and I watched a YouTube video, and I got myself. Joe went and got a poncho.
A body condom.
Joe got me a poncho from upstairs because I'm going to make a mess, and I should stand to do this, but I'm just going to sit here because I'm back behind the table and it's comfortable. But I am going to put on. How do I even put on a poncho? I've never worn a poncho. This looks fucking hot. Okay, pardon me.
One part, there should be a hood somewhere.
Yep, there's the hood. But I'm not trying to get this all over my fucking self.
Gonna get it all over.
It's gonna be. Watch out, ladies, it's coming.
Good thing they got their suits on.
Right? It's true. Pardon me. Jesus Christ, it's like putting a trash bag. Okay.
That's essentially what it is.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
That's a look. Right there. There's a look.
Okay.
Punch in the face.
Okay. Sorry. I'll just leave the hood on.
Wow.
Just leave the hood on.
I am Cornholio.
I need TP for my bunghole. Beavis and Butthead. For those of you that have no idea where the fuck that came from, is Beavis and Butthead. Okay, give me a shit beer. I'm not gonna shotgun a good one. Boy, I hope I can do this. And not throw up or make an asshole myself.
Get out a screenshot here. You want a towel?
So I'm supposed to hold it, and I line this up because there's a little bit of room in here. So I line up the mouthpiece with this. And I have to put a hole in it. I have to hold it down like this. I got my scissors here. You know, this is either going everywhere or all over myself. I'm going to cut myself. You have to put a hole in it, line it up with the mouthpiece, and put a hole in it. I set it here. There we go. And make it big enough to drink out of. There's my hole. Hang on. Will not cut my mouth on it either.
Say don't cut your mouth open, wife.
All right, so I have. Let me move my notebook here.
Oh,
Fucking thing. So I've cut a hole. Here it is. It's in line with the mouthpiece. I did it upside down. No, I didn't. Hang on. So I have to. Hang on. I have to stand up, actually. I got a beach towel in case I need it. All right, so what do I do? I just let it crack a little bit, and then. What's this for? Are you supposed to do something with this?
That's the.
Because it starts to spray.
I have no idea, wife. I've never done
Shit.
that.
Well, now I forgot what I'm supposed to do.
You probably should have it up to your mouth before you crack it, would be my guess.
Shit.
And then crack it, and then there you go.
Fuck. I can't drink like that.
Oh God!
Excuse me.
There it is.
All right, well, I gotta finish. Oh shit. I need a fucking bath. Why do people do this? College kids are better at this than I am.
I don't know why anybody would do it. I don't know why anybody would drink Miller Lite too, but that's that.
I know we have it. Excuse me.
You finished it though, what?
I did.
Did you want the other one?
No. Why'd you bring two?
Well, I didn't know how many you wanted to do.
Well, just one. There, I did it. Okay. So the guy did a better. This is soaked. I'm gonna have to wash this. The guy did a better job than me. The 20-year-old that I watched on YouTube earlier today. Fucking, I don't know.
He's a professional chugger.
So all it is so the whole point, I guess, is just to chug the beer. I mean, it's hot out here. Hang on, it's hot out here.
Get your body condom off.
Do we just rinse this off so you can reuse it?
Yeah, can be reused. Well, I have rain gear for my Eagles game, so I don't need this.
It's all. I have to get a wet paper towel. It's on my jewelry, for fuck's sake.
But you might need that tomorrow at the hour show.
Sorry.
Wow, there it is.
There it is. Sorry, folks. There it is. Okay, well that
Live
was
on tape.
That was a lot less thrilling than I thought it was going to be.
Stupid human tricks.
So stupid human
Letterman.
tricks. Right, I'm coming down here.
Yeah, whoa, there it is.
A little bit on my shirt.
Now it's getting X-rated. Now it's really after dark.
I know I stink. At least I didn't get it in my hair.
Or all over the house.
Or all over the house, right? Just down the front of me a little bit. It's all good. It's all good. The poncho was a great idea, so thanks for that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I mean, what was I gonna put on? Oh, my cape, my hair cutting cape
apron.
that I put on when I dye my hair. Right? Oh fuck! Well, that wasn't very exciting. I don't know. So I don't understand. So when I was in college, we used thunder.
There's the thunder.
Boy, we used a beer bong. I had a beer bong. It was given to me.
We got rid of it.
Well, no, I had one in college. My older friends gave it to me when they graduated. It was christened down to me. I got it, and then I had it in the garage of my parents' house. And my dad
put oil in it.
My dad used it for like gasoline or oil. So
there
that was
go.
the end of that. It's a funnel. It's a funnel and a tube. And those of you who don't know what a beer bong is, it's a funnel. It's a funnel and a tube, and you get down lower, and somebody holds the funnel up here and pours the beer in it, and then you guzzle it from the tube. But I don't.
Yeah.
I can't like. They say you just like open up your throat and just like gulp it down, but I can't drink like that. Like I can't. Whatever that is, I can't.
Like an animal.
Like an animal. I can't do it. So I was never very good. Anyway, and then when I was on a girls' weekend years and years and years ago, I think it was even before I knew you, or was it while I knew you? I don't even know. I bought one. On girls' weekend, we were out buying beer. We thought, and of course they had beer bongs at the beer store. So let's buy a beer bong. And
what every 30-year-old
that was right. It was definitely in my 30s when I bought it, and it was in the basement, and then it disappeared. Did you just throw it away, or was I part of that?
I think you said we
can
don't need
throw
this
it away.
anymore.
We don't need a beer bong
And
anymore.
I agreed thoroughly, and it went to the rubbish where it belonged.
There where it belongs. No more. I'm gonna take a little drink of this because I'm sorry, I can't do the Miller Lite too often anymore unless it's really, really cold or I'm really, really desperate. So, After Dark edition. Cheers.
Cheers.
One of the best beers in the world. Heady Topper. Also from The Alchemist in Vermont. We got to go to Vermont. We got to go to Vermont.
Yeah,
Anyway.
definitely, most definitely. I would go.
Do you have anything? I mean, I know it's very short notice for you, so you have nothing prepared, but anything fascinating that happened this week?
Nothing.
Or
did you talk about Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys passed away?
The other week we did talk about that.
him.
Somebody else died this week. Who died this week?
Some teenage
Bobby,
idol.
somebody?
Some teenage idol that I was
Yeah,
not
I don't-
terribly familiar with.
I don't know who. I saw it, but I don't know who it was.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
sticky. Let me think. What else?
But
I thought there were a couple things that shit the bed this week, though. Like, so the power shit the bed. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Fuck, right? I just chugged a beer. I mean, what else?
You did.
Oh, I lost a diamond from my ring.
Yeah.
I can't. And as I discussed previously on a show, the little diamonds in here are all from Joe's mom's and grandmother's rings. And when we had their rings taken apart, dismantled, all the little diamonds that are in the bands, the extras were put into a little Ziploc bag, which I accidentally threw away 2 years ago. So anyway, so now we have to pay for the little diamond chip to go in there. They were not insured, but also when I talked to the jeweler, they're not, the chips, she said, aren't really worth anything. So sentimental wise, that sucks. Also, I now have to pay, 6 times what they're worth, 10 times what they're worth, actually. 10 times what they're worth, because she told me what they're worth, and I got the estimate from her the other day. But because they're insured,
The ring itself is.
the homeowners will fucking cover it. Does that make our homeowners go up?
I don't know.
Because if so, just pay her on the side. I mean, look, fuck.
It's fine.
And there's a light on the Tahoe, right? So that's right. The one car got the fucking what came on,
So
the
the
temperature
engine
thing.
thermometer started to go high a couple nights ago, and I didn't know if it was a one-off. So I ran it again yesterday when I went to get my hair cut, and it started to do it again. So I called the mechanic, and he can't get in until Monday. So we'll be taking your car this weekend to our Irish event, which will be very exciting tomorrow night and Saturday.
We're not away all weekend, so if you're trying to rob us, we'll be around. Anyway.
We can post it on Monday after we get back.
I'm not doing that. I posted on Friday.
I see.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh, we got an air conditioning unit for our bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
That led us some hostilities this week. So they have the window unit and they have the portable.
Don't do the portable.
I told you we could take it back.
It's fine. It's in there now.
The portable, there's a hose. And you have to attach said hose. It's like an accordion hose. You have to attach it to one end and put it like into the air conditioner, and then attach the other end to something else and put it in the window. Also, the window thing you put in, I had to order more foam because when you put the window down on it, there's a space. Which I found out, if there's a driving rain, water will come in.
Right.
So if it's going to rain, I'm going to take the fucking thing out. I think it's in and out. Look, you're better off with get the window unit. But what do I know about air conditioners? I thought this seemed like an easy peasy thing to do. It's not easy peasy.
No.
And as my nephew said, we needed duct tape to tape the tube into it, or when you turn it on, it fucking blows out. And he was accurate. Yeah. It did. So we've been fighting with the tube for days.
Well, he is legendary.
He is legendary. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, legendary.
We were at a party last weekend. And because it's a small world fucking after all, he had teachers. Some of his teachers were there.
Not his direct teachers, but teachers
at the school. So when we got introduced to people, it was told that I was the aunt of Sean, and these were teachers. And the one teacher, his response was that Sean is
legendary.
I don't know where he gets it.
This is very funny moments of toilet destruction.
Look, I don't even have words. I don't even have fucking words.
He doesn't destroy him here, though. He knows better.
No, he doesn't destroy our house. He came over yesterday and he's like, "Can I Swiffer?" Sure, knock your fucking stuff. Yeah. I had to tell him to I'm like, don't touch the knickknacks. He's trying to move shit around. Don't fucking move anything around. Just dust around it. Can I do the stairs? Sure. Can I dust the baseboards? Have at it. Go for it. Can I vacuum? Sure.
Does child labor? No.
Right. Does the floor need
19,
mopped?
so it's not child labor.
We bought him a gigantic water ice.
You did.
he wanted water ice afterwards. That right? Can we mop? Anyway, can we mop the floors? Sure. You want to fucking mop? So got out the Swiffer wet mop
jet.
thing. I had to get a little hostile here and there though about the spraying of the stuff out of it because I'm like, you don't need mounds and mounds. And like he's pretty good. He usually just does the kitchen, but we did the pathway like from the kitchen through the parlor out into the living room and then
Right.
like the whole living room and entryway. So the kitchen he's good with because it's just a straight, like you're starting here and going backwards, you know. But then he got in the living room, like I'll turn around, and I'm like, well, you're not gonna walk through it. So like turn around, come back, and he would get too far away. I'm like, a little bit, I'm like don't spray it at the furniture, don't spray it on the rug. You don't need tons. He did a very good job though. And look, I just sat there with my fucking feet up playing solitaire while he was doing it.
Good, nice.
He wanted to.
Yeah, hey.
He enjoys that shit. I mean, I want to mop the floor like I want to fucking punch to the head. So, fucking have at it.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
What new shows have we watched this week?
Death Valley.
Death Valley.
Very good show.
On BritBox.
Yes, on BritBox.
I don't even know why it's really called Death Valley though. It's like a
Murder comedy.
like a
mystery comedy.
mystery comedy. It's like a policeman.
A dramedy, maybe. Some people call them
dramedy. I've never heard of dramedy before.
That's what Ludwig is
dramedy.
called. This show's compared.
I've heard that Ludwig is
but
good.
We have not watched Ludwig.
We've not watched. I've heard it's good though. I've heard. Okay.
Very similar
Ouch!
to that.
Fuck! See, it hurts. The burn hurts when I forget about it, and it sticks to the fucking table. Look at that fucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we watched that. That was good.
It's only one season though. It is funny though. It was funny.
But it's going to be renewed, I heard. So
the one of the main characters is Wormtail from
Harry Potter.
What was his name? Peter Pettigrew.
Peter Pettigrew.
Wormtail from Harry Potter. So I'm looking at him and his fucking mangled teeth. Look. They were. And I'm like, I mean, they're like, I know those teeth.
What's his name? Still? Michael Still?
I forget. I forget what his name is. I mean, he's very good. It's very funny. I mean, if you're looking for something
and
very,
then the other guy,
very light.
So the guy that when they snuck into the Ministry of Magic and they used the potion, the one guy that Ron turned into, he's in the show. He's like the
Mary's
captain
husband
or something. Mary's husband. He's like the captain of the
I can't remember her.
show.
Mary. I can't. I should know her fucking last name, as much as we watch Harry Potter, and I can't think of it. But yeah, so he was in it. He's the police chief.
He's the police.
It is
chief
funny
or the
though. It's
captain or
very,
whatever.
it's very lighthearted. It's I mean, it's like a Murder She Wrote, but funny. Like it has a very light feel.
Yeah.
It's definitely a comedy.
No,
I mean,
thoroughly enjoyable. Number one on BritBox
Oh, and there's only one season
thus far.
Okay.
It just came out
so
last year.
Each episode is maybe an hour,
45
maybe an hour.
minutes-ish.
I'm not sure. And there's only a couple of
I think there were 6 episodes.
So they're in the UK they call them a series.
A series.
We call it a season. So one series, one season.
Right. Yeah.
And there's it's like 6 maybe. There weren't that many.
6 in it, not
but
that
it's
many.
I mean it's
really
funny
good, though.
and lighthearted. It's somebody dies. There's no gruesome. There's nothing gory. Whatever. Someone dies, and then the girl who's the lead detective, she's a little bit of a dunce, but she's cute. She's funny. And we were discussing this. We love, and Leonora and I discussed this or typed about it at some point. We've been in contact about it. How I love the UK shows. I know I've talked about it a lot, but everyone on there, like it's like here, it's everything is so fucking Hollywood.
They let the Uggos on TV. Yeah.
That is not nice. Here, like you turn on Law and Order, and Mariska Hargitay, for fuck's sake, who we met Mariska Hargitay. Who was her mother?
Jane Mansfield was
Jane
her
Mansfield
mother.
was the mother. So you put on Law and Order, and everyone's attractive. No matter what show you put on, here I think it's very Hollywood. Everyone, for the most part, is very attractive. Even like the unattractive people are still attractive. The UK shows, Vera was overweight, older and overweight.
Yeah.
People don't wear fucking makeup. The hair isn't all whatever. They're just very like natural, which I love. I mean like Peter Pettigrew's teeth. I mean, fuck.
We watched that other one that the Anne Cleves wrote.
There was only one season of it.
There was only one season of it. It didn't catch on. But that was
It
very
didn't catch
entertaining
on,
as
and
well.
I was hostile that it didn't catch on. So Ann Cleves is the author that wrote the books that then the shows were made out of for Vera
Jimmy
and for
Perez.
Shetland.
Yeah, Shetland. Yeah.
Which, so I know that Kelly and I talked about them, but she wrote another series, but they only did one season of it on TV, and I think, and this is what made me hostile, I think that it didn't take off because the leading character, the leading police chief, they're murder mystery
He was
shows.
a,
Good.
yeah,
he's
detective inspector,
the
whatever they
detective
call them over
inspector,
there,
the
DIs,
DI.
DSs.
He was in charge, and he was gay, and I think that that's why. Because the show is
Well,
excellent.
they're pretty accepting of that over there. I mean, every show has
yeah.
interracial dating and marriage and stuff.
I feel like the UK is definitely much better than we are here
When it comes to that sort
with
of
the
thing,
interracial, with the with being accepting of gays.
And
But
the
I don't know
Uggos,
why
And the Uggos.
that is not nice. Some of the characters are very unattractive, but I like that. Like they're not all made up. The hair isn't all whatever. They're
There's
just
no-
very natural.
There's no policewoman that looks like Mariska Hargitay. Just not happening.
Well, right. Like I've seen police women.
Yeah, right.
We were at a party last weekend. Speaking of, we're gonna piss somebody off. I can't even help it. We were at a party last weekend, and there was a story being told, and it started off with,
Oh, yeah.
well, there was a girls softball team from Western PA, and the almost 80-year-old aunt. What did she say?
Well, that just says it all right there.
Right, a women's softball team from Western PA. She's from Western PA also.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, that just says it all. But I mean, look, I had to laugh.
It's descriptive without being descriptive.
I know, but people are and there's no offense to Western PA. There's no offense. I'm from Central PA. There is no offense to that. It was fucking funny. And then we had to have a conversation about yins. I don't know that Kelly and I have ever discussed the word yins.
Oh, my God.
So for those of you that are at home that have never heard the word yins,
Never heard the word yins.
so in Philadelphia,
Use.
people from South Philly especially, and New Jersey say use.
Or go birds. That's like, hello, how are you? What's going on?
Because the
You
Eagles,
say
anyway.
go birds.
Excuse me, but yous. How are yous doing? Which is also just as bad. But anyway,
I should have
people
wore
say
that shirt.
yous.
The more yous know.
I know, but I wasn't planning on talking about
And
that
my
'cause
silver hat.
it just came up.
My Joe
So
Lady hat.
we have you showed that before.
I did.
We
I
get
showed-
that
I
out.
should have worn it
It's
for
right
the
down there.
episode.
If you really want it, it's right down. I've not thrown it away.
I won't get it. It looks like it's tangled up in there. And I'm gonna pull
It's
everything
sitting on
out.
anyway. So we were the word yins is typically, or yuns, depending on where you're at in Pennsylvania. I think yuns is Y-U-N-Z. Yuns is more like central sort of. Yins is Western PA, like
Never heard yuns
Pittsburgh.
before.
Yuns is more like Lewistown, I think, area. I think I'm not sure. Anyway,
I don't need to hear that.
so several years ago, we are traveling to Pittsburgh. And again, if this shuts off, if somebody calls me, I forgot to put on the do not disturb, so fuck. Hopefully the volume's up. I mean, this could just be a whole fucking waste of a fucking 48 minutes. We're gonna wrap this up soon. Anyway, so we're on our way to Pittsburgh, and we stop off for lunch.
Arzanos.
It was, the lunch was okay, but the beer was awful. Their own
They have their own brewery.
brewery. I mean,
They have one in
fuck.
State College now too.
It's the worst beer I've ever had. Anyway, not the worst, but it's bad. So we're
Lake
we're
Price is
checking,
better,
we're
of course.
buying beer, checking out, buying beer to take with us to Pittsburgh
It's my friend.
to his friend who we're going to stay with.
Yep.
And while we're checking out, waitress walks by, thanks us, and says, "Yins have a good day now." And Joe's fucking head snapped up, and he's looking at me, and with all of the mental telepathy that I could muster, I was like, in my mind,
Like a Jedi Knight.
like sending
Like
him.
a Jedi Knight.
Don't fucking say anything.
say
Don't
it.
fucking say anything. Don't fucking say anything. Don't fucking say anything. I mean, like the look I must have given you, and all of the power of my mind, for you not to say, "What the fuck did she just say?" So you didn't. You waited. We
Wait till
got
get out the door,
outside
wait till the door closed. And I said, "The fuck did she say to me?"
after we got outside because you didn't say it in front of the
No, I
person
waited
checking
till
us
we
out.
went outside
Yes,
and
we
the
got
door
outside.
closed, and I
Yes.
said, "What the fuck did she just say to me?" Yins? What the hell is that? And then we get to my friend's house in Pittsburgh.
Who has a PhD in philosophy and
Philosophy.
religion or philosophy?
Philosophy, probably a minor in theology, but a PhD in philosophy. and he has a magnet with all these Pittsburgh sayings on it.
Pittsburgh Ease, it's called. Pittsburgh Ease.
And Yins is on it. And then he just like rattled them off one by one. It was just amazing. Like if I could turn on the Philadelphia accent, he turned on the Pittsburgh accent and said all the words that were on this magnet. It was amazing.
I can't do accents. I wish that
Stillers.
I could.
Stillers was a word that was on there.
Like how people here say Eagles.
Eagles instead of Eagles.
Instead of Eagles, it's Eagles.
He had Yins, and I forget what some of the other words on there, but he just banged them right off. He knew
with the dialect, the different areas.
Yeah.
I mean, so, like, Pennsylvania has a huge.
They say water here.
Here they say water, and there water. we say water.
Like you go to Clearwater in Florida. No, you go to Clearwater.
When I was at Penn State, I had met friends. One of my roommates ended up being from Philadelphia, and she worked at one of the breakfast places that we had there, and she would go early in the morning, and she would come home and like complain because she's like, I offer these guys water and coffee, and they're like, what are you saying? And they're giving her a hard time because I'm like,
because she said water.
Well, fucking water. I mean, water. I mean, like, and I knew what it was, but she actually had a friend that would visit. She would come up for parties. Maybe she went to school there. I don't remember. Shit, it's a long time ago. I can picture her friend totally in my mind. Red curly hair. Her Philadelphia accent was so thick that I actually couldn't understand her sometimes. I'm like, what? What'd you say? I was like, I'm talking to the Irish folks.
It's like you with the Irish accent.
The Irish accent. Well, I had a friend, when I was in high school, I had a friend.
Thank God for the subtitles, because I got tired of translating the Irish to her.
We have the subtitles on TV all the time now.
What did that guy just say? He said, I'll be right back.
Look, I had a friend from Brooklyn. It was from Brooklyn and then moved to PA, like later in life. My glasses look foggy because it's getting dark out here, so I have like a weird glare. I had a couple of friends from New York, and their accents were so strong that sometimes I had no idea what they were saying to me.
New York has a very strong. Massachusetts has a very strong accent too.
Massachusetts, I can understand though. It was funny because my friend that we saw last weekend, what did she say? Car? I think she was saying car, but she actually like a little bit was like car. It wasn't as strong as a Massachusetts person would actually do.
Right.
But she didn't say car and she didn't say car, but it was like in between them. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, the Massachusetts is rubbing off on you.
Yeah.
It did.
I parked the car, not too far.
Like the Sam Adams commercial. I love the Sam Adams commercial.
The Wicked guy. It's Wicked Hardcore.
What?
Wicked Hardcore.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Wicked Hardcore.
Where does that come from?
I don't know. Don't mess with the Southeast.
And it's amazing how like you in one.
We're going to Boston.
We are in.
Don't mess with the Southeast.
In one state that there are so many different dialects.
Yeah. And
you can hear it and know which part of which corner of the fucking state are they from. Because like the northeastern part of the state sounds like New York because it's close to New York.
It is. Yeah.
And then southeast, where we're at, sounds like Jersey because we're close to Jersey.
Jersey sounds like us.
You think? I think Jersey's like a mix of like New York and themselves.
South Jersey is just an extension of Philadelphia.
Anyway, okay. Dialects. I'm getting good with the dialects. We're watching the UK shows now.
Oh, you can spot the English and
like,
the Irish and
I'm like, oh, that's
Scottish.
They're from Scotland.
Yeah.
I'm getting good. I'm getting good. All right. Well, we're almost at an hour, so
yeah,
we will. And I
no
guess
storm.
The storm had so Kelly didn't come because
could have been here.
The bad storm was coming.
And I was not as prepared as I should have been.
It's all right. It went completely around us. So I hope that you enjoyed Joe on the show tonight for our what do you call it? Small Talk Queens After Dark. Because
the alcohol version.
The alcohol versions, yes. So if we're doing this at night, I'm having drinks because I need an excuse to have drinks. And I'm sorry if there's a trigger for anybody. Like, look, sorry. I mean, I know I didn't really think about that, but
yeah, I mean,
speaking of drinks, hang on, we'll wrap up in a minute. I heard a new thing today. Fuck, did I write it down? Sober Curious.
What does that mean?
Like they sell all these like new like tinctures and stuff that are like CBD and THC like combinations that are like chill you out or relax you or help you sleep that you can like put into a drink or whatever or like.
Interesting.
So.
Okay.
There's a lot of them out there, and I've been looking at them. I'm going to order this one.
Are they marijuana based?
They have THC and CBD in them, but they don't taste like weed, supposedly. Because that's my drawback with the weed is it fucking tastes like shit. I don't want a gummy that tastes like fucking skunk.
When we go to Jersey, we should probably get some because it's
Well, I can get it here
for use in Jersey.
We can get it here, but still, this is so anyway. So this guy was this. It's called You Relax, You something. You Relax. I forget what the fuck it's called. Letter U and then
That's
a
how I
word.
relax here.
Right, but then it's like drops and tinctures and stuff you can put into a drink, and they're legal because you can buy them. I guess like buy them online, and then
Now, do they say it doesn't mess with the taste of the drink?
no, they say they're tasty. Put a couple of drops in. It does not taste like shit. I'll let you know after hours arrive. I think I ordered them. I was going to order them. Fuck, maybe I didn't. Look, I thought I did. I might have. I don't know. Anyway, so while I'm watching the little because once you look at an ad one time or you order something, then your shit is just infiltrated with the ads about this stuff.
That is fascinating.
It's fascinating. It's disturbing, but fascinating. So I was watching it, and this guy was like, so I was sober curious. And I was like, well, that's new, sober curious. Which, I mean, look, I wouldn't mind an alternative. I like to drink, as we all know. I like to drink. But, I mean, I also need to lose weight, and I'm not losing weight if I'm fucking drinking, so... Cheers. All right. On that note, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed, and we should be back next week. Hopefully, Kelly can.
The 4th of July version.
Next week's 4th of July version, yeah. So everybody have a great weekend, and thanks so much for tuning in. And we'll see you next week. Bye bye. Oh, I can't. Oh, yeah. Bye.